What's going on, everyone? Once again, this video, it's not meant to rant or to complain about what black people are doing or what they're not doing all right or what they're doing good, and to keep on complaining forever. This video is solely to be informative about Bitcoin. How's everyone doing? I wanted to speak on, one second. How's everyone doing? I wanted to speak on if it's too late to invest in Bitcoin. I don't think it is. As a matter of fact, I think it's still early for black people to invest in Bitcoin because of the fact that it's not all of us that are involved in Bitcoin. It's not everyone, in the black community or as a black race that are buying Bitcoin. And so, by the time we all get involved with it, then that will be the right time. As for now, of course, the price of Bitcoin is going up and down, but that doesn't really affect us as a people. Now, the other question that, that need to be answered or talked about is who is the creator of Bitcoin? Again, your guess is as good as mine, but my opinion is that it's this black person, that created Bitcoin. Why am I saying that? And I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but every time you watch a video about Bitcoin on YouTube, if you go on YouTube and type in Bitcoin conferences or Bitcoin lecture or Bitcoin, whatever you want to call, whatever you want to type on YouTube, all you're gonna see, it's a bunch of people from everywhere throughout the world but black people. And so that's what leads me to conclude that it had to be a black person that created it and then pass it on to someone that that would be more, I guess, credible. Not that the black person is not credible, but he rather just create something and let you run with it. So that's what I'm thinking. My opinion about who Satoshi is now. How do you get Bitcoin? Again, Bitcoin, they're pretty easy to get at this moment. They're pretty easy to get. Now, how do you get them? Do you rather mine for the Bitcoin, or do you just rather buy them and store them and keep them and let the market dictate whether the Bitcoin that you own is up or down, right? So the second option is the much better one than the first, because the first, mining Bitcoin, again, as I explained before, it's complicated at this point. The reason being is there are many reasons. I don't need to list all of them, and I don't know all the reasons, and so I know a few, but just like you, it's something that I came across or I did a little bit of research on it. Why is it not beneficial to mine Bitcoin as opposed to just buying Bitcoin from a third party and then storing them and watching the market go up and down? And so that's what it is about if you should mine or you should buy Bitcoin. Now, is Bitcoin some type of a scam in order to, to roll everyone in, and then once they're all in, then everything collapse? Okay, that's a good ideology. It's a good way of thinking, right? And so, the purpose of this video, it's most definitely one of the video to try to, whether increase your fear or alleviate your fear. So I'm not here to scare you away or to even try to wing you in. Trying to wing you in order to buy Bitcoin. That's up to you. I'm only stating like what I think I know about Bitcoin, and then if it's interesting to you, then you should look into it and get involved with it, right? Now, should all black people get involved with Bitcoin? At this point in time, I would say yes, right? Because there's no other reasons other than fear of getting involved with something that's gonna stop you from getting involved with Bitcoin. Because if you look at the price of Bitcoin right now, if you go on Google and you type in the price of Bitcoin in the currency of your country, you will see that it's pretty high. And then you can look at a chart, at a time when it was down. I remember when I bought my first, Bitcoin, when I purchased my first Bitcoin, it was at $175. Right, $175, and then it went up a little bit, and then so the highest I paid for Bitcoin was $270. So I paid between $175 to $270, but the way I did it, was, it's kind of different, and I'm not gonna share that right now. The way I did, how I was purchasing my Bitcoin, and I also try to mine Bitcoin, back in Canada. But the reason why I did that, again, is it was solely to, to be informed about this new technology, how it works. I was curious about it, so I wanted to understand more than just jumping into the water without knowing. So, and then, yeah, so this video, again, that's exactly what I'm trying to say here. I'm only trying to speak about Bitcoin in a way that, if you had fear or you didn't know if you should jump into it, then I might make you more afraid or alleviate that fear. And so now, how do you spend your Bitcoin? Well, in China, as I said before, the highest expense, or the most expensive thing I spend my Bitcoin on is my rent. Now, does everyone pay rent in Bitcoin in China? Of course not. Of course not. As a matter of fact, Bitcoin is not really recognized as a currency or even a way to purchase or to make transactions with in China, right? And that contradicts the fact that I said that I'm paying my rent with Bitcoin. But hold on, let me get back to that in a second, because I'm trying to convey something else to you here. Is that in China, there is no need for security currency, because that's what Bitcoin is. It gives you security, right? Kind of decentralize the system and the banking system, and you kind of do your own thing. So Bitcoin is definitely a good currency for a nation that's trying to have their own nation, they're trying to govern their own nation, such as Quebec City, or any country or any island or any part of a country that's trying to detach themselves from the whole of a country and try to run and govern their own their own entity, their own land, their own nation. And so they're gonna need a currency, right? Or even like Hong Kong, right? Hong Kong has its own dollar, but it's a part of China, right? You can say that it's a part of China, but they have their own currency. Now, another country could adopt Bitcoin, and as a start, you have a country and you need a currency. Bitcoin is perfect for that. Now, China doesn't need that. China doesn't need to use a new currency to be more secure, because within the nation itself, the integrity is so high that there is no need for security, right? Like a lot of the things that we worried about, in the Western type of place, it exists in China, but not at the level that exists elsewhere. Well, those things, you never had to worry about those in China to begin with. So that's when the currency is not really adopted as a main way to purchase things. And plus they have other cryptocurrencies and online payment methods, such as the WeChat payment, the Alipay, and such, right? There's a list of them. And cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin will just be another one, but more secure. Now, like I said, China doesn't need security at the level that Bitcoin offers. That's the reason why it's not popular. Let's say it's not popular in China to use Bitcoin as opposed to using the other payment system that they already have in place. That's the reason why it's not commonly used as a currency. That's the system that they use. It's more popular. It's just a matter of being more popular or not popular. Now, if that's the case, if that's the case, why is, oh man, these oranges, man. Sorry. If that's the case, why is China mining most of the remaining Bitcoin? Well, again, these type of information, they're out there. It's not something that I have to offer to you that you're not aware. Well, I'm sure you're not aware, right? You're not aware, and that's normal. But the information is out there for you to get, so it's not something that it's secret, nothing like that. Well, China, because we know, to mine, you're gonna need computers, and most of the computers, the mining computers are made in China. And then if you're to mine, let's say in Canada, you're gonna have to purchase the computers, the machines, in order to mine, the miners. And by the time they send it to you, let's say you're building a big farm, a mining farm, and by the time they send it to you, they're gonna be obsolete, because they last only for so long, right? The miners only last for so long. Some of them last for 2 months, 3 months, and some of them will last for a year. But the one that will last for a year will cost you an arm and a leg. So, so those are the type of decisions you gotta weigh in. Anyhow, so then most of the minings are done in China, right? And China is keeping all the Bitcoin for themselves. But the reason why they're keeping the Bitcoin, it's only to exchange it for money later on. But that's a part of the economic and politics that we're not gonna engage ourselves in. We're only talking about, should black people get involved with Bitcoin, right? Or is it a trick that, once all black people buy in, then the Bitcoin collapses and then we're left with nothing? Is that a trick like that? Is that some type of scamming mechanism in order to, again, to bring all the black people in? Because, in our speech, we keep talking about how we want to disintegrate and do our own thing and build our own nation and govern ourselves, self-governing. And then so, if slowly they create something that as attractive as Bitcoin, and then we jump into it, is that some type of again, a trap for us to get into it and decide that, okay, we're gonna use only Bitcoin, and then eventually that just collapses, But we're gonna leave that for another topic. And again, I'm hoping that I can alleviate some of the fear or increase some of the fear, right? Either way, I'm not here to tell you must invest in Bitcoin or you must stay away from Bitcoin. All I'm saying to you is to be aware of this technology called Bitcoin and also the currency called Bitcoin. Now, when you buy a Bitcoin, do you buy the currency or do you buy the technology? The answer is simple. You buy both of them at the same time, because even though I separated the Bitcoin, the B, and the capital B, it's all one and the same at the end of the day. It's all one and the same. So when you buy a Bitcoin, you buy the technology, which happens to have a currency for you to make transactions. Now, if let's say next week someone else came up with a new concept, a new app, let's call it, or a new way to do something else, but using the same technology, and that was being sold as well. Well, by buying a Bitcoin, you automatically buy into the new thing that has been created, right? Because they're gonna need Bitcoin in order to create that technology. To create that app that they created, So by buying Bitcoin, you're buying the technology along with whatever else is on top of that. Whatever application that's using Bitcoin, you own that too as well, right? For now, if you buy Bitcoin, you own the technology and the money and the currency, the cryptocurrency, you own it all. So that being said, I'm gonna go ahead, enjoy my orange. And again, it ain't hard to tell Bitcoin, it's what we're trying to convey to you, and so it's either you get into it or you stay away from it. Either way, it's not gonna stop us from doing anything. All right, man. Be good. One.